been playing around with shots. I wanted this to be quite an intimate conversation. I hope you don't think I've dragged you out to the woods to murder you. But, Chief, the reason I wanted to have an intimate conversation is because this is the sort of thing that is a very sensitive topic. It's not many men want to talk about this. But it's okay, you know. I've spoken about it many times, how feeble our brains are. You know, we're basically still cavemen that can just think for ourselves a bit too much. And how do you think we're going to react with all this stimulus out there? You know, they're trying to hijack your dopamine, and they know exactly what you're doing. They're trying to grab your attention. And some of them are trying to keep you weak. And the porn industry is a whole different topic. You're addicted to porn for many reasons, Chief, and it's because you're trying to simulate a feeling you don't have right now. One, the feeling of being with a woman. That unexplainable feeling of feeling validated. And you could just say it's only something you do when you're horny. You don't really give a fuck about the people you watch, but that feeling is replacing the feeling of validation. And two, you're horny. And it's a high that you can give yourself. You're convincing yourself. You're not convincing yourself. You know exactly the sort of degeneracy you are doing, but a part of your brain really thinks you're seeing that many naked women in real life. That's why it's so addictive. Because no matter how much you know, you are destroying your own self-image. That brain will always sell it to you like it's a good idea, like it's the best idea, because it's an addiction. Like a drug. Because it doesn't matter how shit you're gonna feel as soon as you're done. In the moment, it's gonna feel great, right? You're stimulating parts of your brain that kind of get stimulated during sex. And maybe that's not accessible to you right now. Maybe you're not at the stage of your life where you can chase that. Maybe you're choosing not to, whatever. You're addicted to pornography, Chief, because you're filling a void, but you're making the void bigger. You need to be less hard on yourself, but you need to not excuse yourself. And those are kind of two contradicting things, because to not excuse yourself, you have to be hard on yourself, right? But you need to be the right level of hard on yourself. Because all this energy you're wasting looking at all these naked women fucking fapping, beating yourself off, whatever you want to call it, all that energy you are wasting, you could be putting into yourself. What was your granddad most likely doing? When he was your age, he would get the same urges you get. You get the same want for intimacy. And he would chase it through making himself attractive. Either physically or mentally or both. Making himself in a situation where he can attract a woman so he can achieve that climax, that whatever you want to call it. You can achieve that in 10 seconds. 5 seconds, whatever you want to say. And that's fucked. Because you know that's not a real woman, you know, but your biology doesn't. You're addicted to pornography because you're convincing yourself you can get women, that you can get sex, you can get the pinnacle of your existence as a male, biologically, in 10 seconds, Chief. How fucked is that? If you picked up a video game or you embarked on a challenge that had the best fucking reward and it took you 10 seconds to get, you'd get bored. If life was completable in 10 seconds, if you could become the king of the world in 10 seconds, you'd probably off yourself, Chief. Because you're not supposed to just get things, you're supposed to work for it. That's life, man. Especially as a man, you are supposed to work for things. That's what makes it worthwhile. That's why goals and progress is so addictive when you do it right. That's why the older you get, the wiser you get, because you have earned the right to be confident. And you're throwing that away with pornography. because you're teaching your brain that you can just get things like that. And why? Because you lack the discipline. And I'm not going to sit here and shit on you, Chief, because everyone fucks up once in a while. There's even super disciplined people that are lying to you, that occasionally they slip up and do something stupid like watch pornography. There's a difference between slipping up and not being able to get out of it. I will never condone it, ever. But you know when something's gripped you. And it's a scary place to be. It's a scary place to get out of, Chief. And you need to fill your addiction with something else. Because beating yourself up isn't going to help you. Sitting there and telling you how bad it is isn't going to help you, because there's that part of your brain that just wants it. Because you're making yourself feel a certain way. Especially if you're not happy with yourself, you might be substituting that happiness with the feeling that pornography gives you. You need to get addicted to something else, Chief. You need to get addicted to progress. Fill your time with something else. Every time you get an urge, do something. Put your phone away. And it would help if you were on your phone a lot less, Chief. I've said this before and I'll say it again. How the fuck are you supposed to do hard things if your dopamine receptors are hijacked? Because the first thing you do is look at your phone. So what? Your dopamine baseline is already so high. How the fuck are you going to write an essay or go to the gym or enjoy walking in nature if you've been watching YouTube all day? Naturally, the human brain wants to scale up from dopamine. In the wild, it helped us. We would hunt for berries and everything, and that would feel great. But in this modern world, it does not. If you start your day already watching videos, where are you going to scale up from there? It's going to end up on pornography, because that's the highest of the high. If you want the creme de la creme of dopamine experiences. And then once you're done, how do you feel? Because your dopamine is fucked. Stop going on your phone, Chief. I know you feel like you need to, but you don't. It's just the fear of missing out. You can use your phone. I'm using it right now. My friend is holding the video. I'm using it right now. But the difference is I haven't watched YouTube. I don't have fucking Instagram, you know. If I'm going to watch YouTube, I do it at the end of the day when I've done everything. Because I know as soon as I watch those videos, it's going to be harder to do everything I need to do. Those days where I am really tired and I watch YouTube early on in the day, I still go to the gym because that's discipline. Doing the work when you don't feel like it, right? But it's fucking a lot more difficult. I certainly wouldn't try and record a video after watching loads of videos, because I'd be all over the place. To quit pornography, to get out of it, to make a start, realize that you need to put yourself in the situation where you're not being captured by it. You're addicted to pornography because, Chief, you're filling a void. You want intimacy. And most importantly, your brain is wired on this dopamine hit. Detox yourself, and it can start in a day. Just don't look at your phone. It'll be difficult at first. Live in the real world. And make yourself someone that you are proud of, so you don't need to constantly fill the void, because it is enough to just be yourself. And it's not as easy as that. But if you want to attract a real woman, you have to be someone worth having, and that takes time to build, as it should. Because nothing that you can get in 20 seconds, or 5, or 2, is worth it. It's all going to be okay, Chief. Just do the work and invest in yourself, not these videos. Say less. Do more.